Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Tony, and today we are talking about some more of the things I wish I would have known when I was doing chemo. I'm going to take my glasses off because you can see the ring in my lenses. So anyway, I know I had done one of these and it was 5 things I wish I would have known, but there's so many more. I was talking to a friend of mine and just talking about different things, and she was surprised when I told her that I couldn't hold my dogs. And she's like, "What do you mean you couldn't hold your dogs?" I said, "I couldn't, no dogs, no cats, no animals." And so we have Bullet, the little one. I think you've seen him in a video. He always sleeps on our bed. And I ended up having to sleep in a different room because you can't sleep with your animals and you can't hold them in your lap because of the bacteria from their feet. And so that one was a tough one. The fact that you can't even, like, your dog can't even sit in your lap. Now, there were times I let Bullet sit in my lap, but if my husband saw me, then I got the lecture of, you're not supposed to, whatever. But, Bullet is 11 years old, and he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that he could sit in my lap and sleep on the bed or whatever. And so I ended up having to sleep in a different room, and it is what it is. And, but that was one of the things I wish I would have known. I also, I knew neuropathy I knew neuropathy could happen. What's interesting is my neuropathy didn't become noticeable until about 2 months ago, I'm going to say. I was in getting my shot, and the nurse practitioner, Lonnie, was in there, and she's like, and I'm like, "Man, how much longer my finger's going to hurt?" She's like, "What?" She's like, "How long have your fingers been hurting?" I'm like, "I don't know, a couple of weeks, a month or so." But what was interesting is my fingernails were so thin, like and you can't really see them, but there's from here, obviously, but there's lines through them, and they were so paper thin, like I bump them and they break, and they're still very short, and that's part of the chemo in your nails. It affected your hair and affects your nails or whatever. And my fingernails just were hurting, and I thought it was because my fingernails were so thin. I had no idea it was neuropathy, because typically with neuropathy you get like tingling and numbness, and I don't have the numbness. I just have, it's like a throbbing pain. And this morning I took a shower, and the heat on my fingers was so painful. Like, temperature changes really affects it, and I notice it more at night and in the morning because I'm obviously not walking and I'm not typing on a computer or doing whatever. And that's when I notice the neuropathy more, so now I'm on medication for that. Woohoo. I went from being on just thyroid medicine to, I think I take 1, 2, 4 prescriptions now, which that kind of bites, but it is what it is. Another one was the, brain fart. Hold on. Did I talk about my taste buds last time? The fact that I couldn't eat beef, like it totally, I don't remember what I talked about last time. So we might repeat some of them, but the fact that, like, I can't eat eggs now, or I can't eat egg whites. I used to eat egg whites all the time. Couldn't eat them. For a long time, I couldn't eat beef. And it, finally the taste for beef has come back, so I can eat it. I do better with like hamburger than I do with steak, but I can still eat it. The big shocking thing is, so when the dietitian is there, they go through the list of things. Salad, you can't eat salads, and you can't eat Subway, Jason's Deli, any kind of cafeteria type where the food, when the food is out and then they put it on your plate, or they, like at Subway where it's all out and then you tell them what you want. But you can't eat salads because of the bacteria in the salad. And you think of how many lettuce and spinach or whatever recalls there have been. And that one was tough because I eat salads all the time and I couldn't eat it. And everybody's like, "Well, can you wash it?" And they just told me no. So like I said, I did what they told me, and that's just how it was. But salads was a hard one to not be able to eat. And then the fact that, like, your taste buds change. And a lot of people, was talking to some girls in the support group, and they got a metallic taste in their mouth, but they all did Taxol, and I didn't. I did Abraxane was the chemo I did, so I don't know if maybe that was part of it, but that really kind of, that one was, giving up salads was tough. We know about the hair, and what's funny is everybody's like, you're gonna get chemo curls. Girl, my hair is straight as a board. It's getting very thick, but it's a different texture. It's a totally different color, and it came in white at first. It came in gray, and then it starts changing, they say. So my hair has actually started to change to more dark brown, but that's not what my hair was before. It was more light brown, kind of a strawberry blonde color. And yes, I did have color in it, but my natural hair, I don't remember it being this dark. That doesn't mean anything. It probably was, and I just don't remember. But can't work out. I told y'all that. That could not working out. But anyway, back to my hair. It's coming to just board straight, and do you go get another haircut, or do you just keep letting it grow, or what do you do? And so that's a struggle. And then the not working out, but I think I already talked about that because of the port thing, the catheter that goes into my jugular. When you're doing radiation, you can't have vitamin A, C, or E, because, and I'm like, because every day I've been drinking an emergency, because we're in the pandemic, and I've always just going back into teaching, I've always just had an emergency every day, and I had to stop doing that because you're not allowed to have A, E, or C when you're doing radiation. Didn't know that either. So it's just interesting and I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff. And like I said, I'll probably do another video. These I'm doing from memory, which that's kind of scary in itself, because y'all know my memory is like not there. I was talking to a friend today, and I've said something, and I'm like, I tell Joe when I can't remember things, I'm like, it's chemo brain. He goes, Tony, you could remember stuff before. Don't blame it on chemo. So it's just kind of, and you get to the age where you don't remember what you walked into the kitchen for. That's me all the time now. So it's just kind of funny. But I'm trying to think. The tough one was the dogs and the no salads. Those were the two big ones for me. And like I said, I know that there is a ton more. The neuropathy right now is just, it's bad. And I asked, when I was messaging on my, your nifty little app, Lonnie, the nurse practitioner, I said, well, I took some Advil. She's like, Advil doesn't work for neuropathy because it's a nerve issue, not a whatever. And I'm like, she goes, so if it doesn't go away, then you have true neuropathy. And I'm like, great, because it didn't go away. Another thing, my eyesight. I did a video already where it's just kind of giving an update of what's going on in my life. And I knew that chemo can change your vision. And after the chemo gets out of your system, your vision a lot of times will go back to what it was before. I, on the other hand, am not that case. And it's so funny because Joe told the eye doctor, he's like, don't tell her that, because Tony will be the one that'll be the 2% that doesn't, and 98% of the people, this is what's typical. And I'm going to be that 2% that's not typical. But my vision changed dramatically. It got to where, like, I'm driving down the road and I can't read the signs, to know where to exit or whatever. I'm like, I can't read these signs. This is pretty bad. Because my distance has always been excellent. My up close has been tough, but my distance has always been excellent. And when I started to not be able to see distance, I'm like, okay, I need to go get my eyes checked. And so I did, and it was drastic change. And so just in talking with the optometrist, and I know I'd said this on a different video, they think it was the allergic reaction to the chemo, to the paclitaxel that I had is a big part of what played into that, because of the fact that if you watch my chemo tried to kill me video, the paclitaxel, when I had lost my vision, and I saw stars, and then it kind of just blacked out, and then I saw stars for probably 2 hours afterwards. And he's like, I can't say for sure that's what it is. I can't say it's your age. I mean, who knows? But he believes that it played a part into what happened to my vision. So I am now in glasses, and I was in glasses for a long time. I got glasses for the first time when I was like 23 or 24 or something like that. I was in college, and could never wear contacts. So I'm back in glasses again. Woohoo! Yay! And then you know, this is a journey, and you have to understand that this is a journey, and it's a tough journey. You know, you know, I was just telling my mom, I want this to be over. I want to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And there is a light on November 30th, but you know, it's July 7th-ish is when I'm videoing this. So, you know, I still have months to go, and it's just, and I know I'm lucky because I have friends that have fought for 5, 6, 7 years. And, you know, so I know I'm very lucky and I'm very blessed because of it. But dang, I just want it to be over. I just want to not, and I know I'll never be normal. And I know my life will not go back to what it was before, because what it was before was pre-chemo. I mean, pre-cancer. And so I know my life has changed. And I know that it changes my, what's the word I'm looking for? It changes my outlook on a lot of things. You know, my bucket list has changed from what it was before. And it's funny because I encourage a lot of people, I'm like, make a bucket list, because there's some stuff as you know, it's on your bucket list that you want to go to Australia, or it's on your bucket list that you want to skydive. This girl is not jumping out of a perfectly good airplane, but I'm just saying, you know, you might have wanted to skydive until you had kids, and then you're like, no, not worth it. Mark it off, you know? So, some of the things on my bucket list have changed, and so I've added stuff, and, you know, I'm like, nothing, if I want to do something, I just kind of want to do it now. I don't want to put stuff off. So anyway, total ramble about some more things I wish I would have known about chemo and cancer treatments, and I'm sure there'll be another one of these. But it was good to see y'all. If you want to subscribe, like, and share this with your friends. I'll see you later. Bye.